It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, who burst onto the scene back in 2016 as the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and now in his 7th NFL campaign. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, Prescott. Forced it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Charles Haley, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
That's taken it around the 40.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession.
They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, who burst onto the scene back in 2016 as the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and now in his 7th NFL campaign.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Now Prescott. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown! From Bolitnikov, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that 1st drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that 1st drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a 2nd opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
And here's Trenton Gill on to punt.
Taking it about the 36. Shreds him with a stiff arm. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Up the middle they go. Done. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to go.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got Biletnikoff. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. To throw is Prescott. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And this will be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given. And this is taken in at the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 21-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. That pick six just a moment ago. Things went from bad to worse. Look up at the scoreboard now. Not looking good here. We'll see if they can put something together on this drive. 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, that was a 3rd long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
It's fielded at the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott to throw it. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out.
Oh, this is going to be fielded defensively, and remember, this is a live football. He's past the 30. And he will be out of bounds. So no touchdown on the missed field goal return here. And on that wild note, we will come to an end here in the first half of play.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the 2nd half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Prescott off play action. And his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Steelers open the lead up to 34-0. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Prescott looks to throw on first. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
A second down throw for Prescott. This one, now a loose football. The ball comes out. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Kittle, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it is 42-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just two plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
The tally there, minus 8 yards. Leads to 4th down as well. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that...
Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long for Prescott. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he fields it cleanly. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Michael Strahan just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's done. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 from the 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Done. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Now a handoff up the middle. It's done, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Done. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. point. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Buying time to his left. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. One last shot now for Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you can hope for in the last game.